you guys would perform together and there wasn't tension, there wasn't what happened, you still had that?
How did you owe Sonny money?
Because I was like, well,
Excuse us, let me find out how this...
Joe Jonas and Sophie Turner are officially getting divorced.
In August 2023, shocking news emerged that Natalie and Benjamin had separated after 11 years of marriage.
All's fair in love and breakups, right? Like, I feel like Cher, Joe Jonas, Natalie Portman might have a thing or two, might disagree with what I just said, but let's see. So even though Cher and Sonny's marriage lasted less than a decade, their musical hits have stood the test of time. But here's the thing, Cher's got a new memoir, and she's talked about the success of her creative partnership with her late husband wasn't actually equally shared between the two. She said, "It wasn't passionate, I just loved him. He made me laugh and we had a dream." Now that dream led Sonny and Cher to multiple hit songs in the 1960s, including the infamous I Got You Babe, and later the popular Sonny and Cher Comedy Hour, which featured the couple's banter, live performances, and a glamorous Cher. Now, Cher said, when they started to realize that people were tuning in because of what she was wearing, everybody just gave them all the money they needed. Now, apparently it was around this time that Bono began to change. She said he started just not to care about her. He was jealous, and things ramped up after a guitarist she identified as Bill kissed her and Bono found out. She wrote in her book that she told Sonny that she wanted to sleep with the guitarist. She said, "It all seems crazy now, I didn't mean it, but I thought saying those words was the only way that he would let me go." She said, "I thought if I do this, it's over. He's not going to be able to come back. We're not going to be able to be Sonny and Cher. I just want to blow it up." But I didn't know I wanted to blow it up until I was blowing it up. Cher said she was offered whatever she'd wanted to stay with Sonny and opted for her own place in Malibu and $5,000 a month. Well, 2 years later, she said she had a shocking discovery when her then boyfriend, music executive David Geffen, got a hold of her contract. Sonny owned 95% of the company and his lawyer owned the other 5%. And it was called Cher Enterprises, but Cher owned nothing. And by that point, Sonny and Cher had worked together for almost 12 years. So obviously she confronted Sonny and she was like, "What's going on?" And he said, "I always knew you'd leave me." And Cher was like, "Well, that's not a reason. How could you do it? I was there by your side working all those nights, all those days, through good, through bad." And Sonny just didn't have an answer. So the award for the celebrity who most horrendously misjudged how the public would react to his divorce last year goes to, drumroll please, Joe Jonas. Before he even filed the paperwork, he seemingly went straight to the tabloids, leaking through sources that he was planning to divorce his wife of 4 years, Sophie Turner, that he believed she had all but abandoned the couple's 2 daughters to film this TV show in the UK, and that she had said or done something unforgivable on the couple's Ring camera. Now, for the record, Joe technically denies leaking anything to the tabloids, and it's still not clear what exactly he saw on the Ring camera or why he was using it to spy on his wife in the first place. Well, after this tabloid mess went over poorly with fans, and I'm talking like a lead balloon, he took to crying on stage during tour stops around the US. On the flip side, Sophie filed her own lawsuit accusing Joe of holding her daughters hostage and refusing to send them back to England with her. The petition, by the way, that she filed was literally filed under the abduction clauses of the Hague Convention. So then she made a point of getting paparazzi snapped in New York with Joe's most famous ex-girlfriend, Taylor Swift. Now, thankfully, things have calmed down since then. Both parties agreed to a custody arrangement that allowed for the daughters to travel back and forth between the US and the UK, but for a hot minute, things were looking real messy. The Bear star Jeremy Allen White's split from his longtime partner Addison Timlin did not begin with a cheery joint statement assuring the public they were committed to co-parenting their 2 daughters. Instead, Addison filed her divorce in May and promptly posted about being a single mother on Instagram. Now, she later edited her caption to read co-parent, but we all got the message loud and clear. Now, since then, Jeremy Allen White made a big point of making out with a string of models directly in front of paparazzi. Just before the actor debuted a fling with Spanish pop star Rosalia, news outlets published details from court documents showing that he agreed to be tested for substances 5 times a week and attended AA meetings just so he could maintain shared custody of his daughters. So Gypsy Rose and Ryan Scott Anderson separated just 3 months after her release from prison. Gypsy confirmed that news in a statement saying, "People have been asking what's going on in my life. Unfortunately, my husband and I are going through a separation and I moved in with my parents. I have the support of my family and friends to help guide me through this. I am learning to listen to my heart. Right now I need time to let myself find who I am." Well, here's the thing. After this whole split was announced, Gypsy Rose and former partner Ken Urker sparked reconciliation rumors. Technically, those rumors were sparking before the breakup, because at one point, His mother, Marina Williams, confirmed that the two got lunch and went to a tattoo parlor together and got matching tattoos. And then all of a sudden, oh my gosh, we're back together. And then they're expecting their first offspring together. So while serving time in prison for her role in the end of life of her mother, Dee Dee, Gypsy was in a relationship with Urker. He started off as a pen pal. And although he's largely stayed out of the spotlight, Gypsy's revealed a couple of details about him and their relationship over the years. In her Lifetime docuseries, The Prison Confessions of Gypsy Rose Blanchard, she got very candid about the relationship, saying he was one of her first major heartbreaks, and now TBD, I guess. According to news outlets, Natalie Portman quietly filed for divorce from Benjamin Millepied last July, but their split was only finalized back in February of this year. And this was all confirmed, both parties, both reps, everybody who had something to say. According to a source, it was initially really tough for Natalie, but her friends rallied around her, helped her get through the worst of it. She was coming out of a really tough and painful year, but she's come out of the other side of it stronger, finding joy in her family, friends, and work. So the divorce came after news outlets broke the news that the choreographer had allegedly cheated on Natalie with a young climate activist named Camille. And by young, I mean like half his age. So when you consider the fact that technically the whole Natalie and Benjamin relationship started possibly under cheating circumstances on the Black Swan set. Look folks, once a cheater, always a cheater. According to unconfirmed reports, Benjamin was living with his former partner, ballet dancer Isabella Boylston, in 2009 and left her for Natalie Portman. In a 2018 interview, Natalie Portman said she was in dreamland while filming the physically demanding drama because she was getting to know Benjamin at the same time. She called the early stages of the relationship romantic because they were catching feelings for each other while he was teaching her how to dance. Okay, theater kids, we all know this. Showman turned romance turned uh-oh. Tori Spelling and Dean McDermott's turbulent relationship was filled with scandal from the get-go. So they were married to other people when they met on the set of their Lifetime movie, Mind Over Matter, in July of 2005, if I remember correctly. Now, Tori Spelling and actor Charlie Sheenan had tied the knot a year earlier, while Dean McDermott had been married for 12 years to actress Mary Jo Eustace. So the Beverly Hills 90210 star revealed in her 2009 memoir, Storytelling, that she and Dean felt an instant connection, and they spent the night together at a hotel after they first met. She said, "It was love at first sight. I fell so hard, then I noticed he had a wedding ring. And oh yeah, I had a husband too." So the two announced their engagement in December of 2005, tied the knot in Fiji in May of 2006, less than a month after their divorces from their ex-spouses were finalized. Then they sparked rumors of a split in 2010 after they were seen fighting in scenes from their show. Now, Tori Spelling later squashed the divorce speculation during an appearance on the Today Show, saying, "We're committed to each other, we're committed to this family. But you know, we work on things just like everybody else." Fast forward March of 2013, she once again slammed reports that the two were heading for a divorce. Well, McDermott was accused of cheating on her in December of that year. Emily Goodhand, then 28, told news outlets that the two had a brief affair while he was promoting his show Chopped Canada in Toronto. The following month, he did admit that he had cheated on his wife and entered rehab, saying, "I am truly sorry for the mistakes I have made and for the pain I've caused my family. I take full responsibility for my actions and have voluntarily checked myself into a treatment center to address some health and personal issues. I am grateful to be getting the help I need so I can become the husband and father my family deserves." So the couple's marital woes in the aftermath of this cheating scandal were documented in a reality TV series, True Tori. 2016, McDermott proposed to Spelling again while they were vacationing with her family in Europe. 2018, we got some trouble in paradise. The LA Police Department confirmed that officers had responded to a 911 call at the couple's home. It was a domestic incident, but no crime had been committed. No other details. Well, 2023, the two have separated. It was announced in an Instagram post saying, "It's with great sadness and a very, very heavy heart that after 18 years together that we have decided to go our separate ways and start a new journey of our own." So all of that was finalized earlier this year. And that's all folks, see you next time.